Jillian Snyder. Jillian is a fourth-year PhD student in the Department of English in the College of Arts and Letters. Her faculty advisor is Professor Jesse Lander. Jillian will be presenting today on sincere performances in Shakespeare's England.
The year is 1548. Francesco Sciarra has just renounced his Protestantism, and he sits in prison despairing over his soul. With Sciarra sit his friends who observe his contrite prayers, anguished groans, and endless weeping. One friend praises Sciarra's weeping as a token of true faith, but Sciarra disagrees and later dies by refusing to eat. For 150 years, Sciarra's story ignited debate. Was his weeping a sign of repentance, or was it performed in despair? A tragedy about Sciarra's life concludes with Sciarra hanging himself. But its author, an English minister, revised it a month later, turning Sciarra into a martyr. The debate over Sciarra's weeping recalls Shakespeare's King Lear. Lear disinherits his daughter Cordelia because she refuses to flatter him. But when they're reunited, Lear touches her face and cries, "Pray, be these tears wet?" Like Sciarra's friends, Lear links weeping with sincerity. Which leads me to my research question. The pulpit and the stage were the two spaces that defined English culture in Shakespeare's age. How did sincerity come to dominate those spaces? It may seem obvious to us that the pulpit and stage would value sincerity. Sincerity, after all, is why we look for remorse when someone admits to a crime, or why politicians from John McCain to Barack Obama to Donald Trump are praised for straight talk. But our need for sincerity emerges from the English Reformation, when Protestants tried to align internal belief with external profession. And sincerity, which means pure, became a buzzword to describe that connection. There's a paradox here, though. If Protestants valued sincerity so much, why are they portrayed as dour, unfeeling Puritans, as dogma with legs? My findings prove that ministers use stories like Sciarra's to model the external emotions that could reflect inward faith. And those listening gauge their faith with their tears, sighs, blushes, and trembling. The stage also use sincere performances. When Othello weeps after killing Desdemona, or Dr. Faustus cannot weep because of his damnation, audiences may find spiritual solace in their own tears. The pulpit and the stage thus shared an emotional landscape in which they could explore questions of sincerity. And these questions not only reveal why stories like Sciarra's continued to be told, preached, and performed, but also why sincerity remains a core value, even 500 years later. Thank you.
Thank you, Jillian.